SoundHound AI is the talk of the town today. If you look at the stock at the beginning of the year, it's literally at 10x. Now, it wasn't always like this. Since the IPO, it declined 92% from that peak. And now it's one of the hottest stocks that there is. And for a good reason. So what do? Well, SoundHound is the leading voice AI technology. I mean, look at this.
Thanks for calling Jersey Mike's. How can I help you?
What time do you close today?
We close today at 10 p.m. Can I help you with anything else?
Yeah, can I get a number 44 with no tomatoes? Giant, please.
Sure. What else can I get you?
Could I also have a regular number 17 with gluten-free bread?
Absolutely. Anything else?
Actually, can you add jalapenos to the number 44?
I've added jalapeno peppers to your giant number 44 buffalo chicken cheesesteak. Can I get you?
You know that this wasn't a person, right? This was AI. Now what about drive-through?
Okay, I want to get 2 separate orders.
Will you be paying separately?
Yes.
Please go ahead whenever you're ready.
Okay, on the first order, I want the 5 chicken combo,
Which wing flavor would you like?
sweet and smoky barbecue.
This is absolutely mind-blowing. With this technology, people can call in to order food, they can drive through and order food, they can go inside and order food, through AI voice, they can change the order, they can split the bill, they can process the payment. This is a game changer. And this is why SoundHound is already working with chains like Chipotle, Jersey Mike's, Applebee's, White Castle, and Church's Texas Kitchen. This voice AI technology is already deployed in more than 10,000 restaurants. Put yourself in the shoes of a restaurant owner or a restaurant operator. Your main business is making food, right? Making good food, hopefully. And processing orders, taking orders, it's more of an annoyance, right? You have to hire somebody, you have to make sure that they show up on time, you have to make sure that they correctly take orders, correctly take money, and maybe give change or change orders and all this stuff. And also you're dealing with people that are not the highest skilled people. It's a low paying job, right? And then at the same time, as a restaurant business, you are running on very low margins. And here you have a technology like fantastic SoundHound, AI voice that can do all that for you. And you can have people order over the phone. You can have them come to a kiosk without a person. You can have them order through drive-through. I mean, wouldn't you be interested? Assuming, of course, this AI technology was as good as a human, right? Or very close to a human, that you could unload that annoying task so that you can focus on making the food. I mean, wouldn't you be interested? And that's why this is a game changer. But this is not only restaurants. Restaurants is what, all the talk is about. But think about all the other industries that can benefit from it. Healthcare, financial services, anything, customer service over the phone. But it has to be good. It has to be as good as SoundHound AI. Of course you would be interested. That's why SoundHound AI is the talk of the town, because this technology can be applied to so many industries. And even if we're dealing with the restaurant industry, and I'm talking about quick service restaurants, I just told you that they are already deployed in 10,000 restaurants. In the US, there are about 200,000 of those restaurants. And in the world, it's like 500,000. And that's just quick service restaurants. I'm not talking about like regular restaurants that can be used for that. And again, that's just one industry. So this thing is so disruptive and so game-changing that even NVIDIA took an ownership interest in SoundHound. And also, this technology is backed by NVIDIA chips, but NVIDIA as a company took an ownership interest in SoundHound. That tells you something about their leadership position and the quality of their technology. So, of course, the most important question that investors should be asking themselves is whether SoundHound stock is a buy or a sell today. Is it overvalued or is it undervalued? And as with companies like this, it's not an easy answer because this is a disruptive technology and this is a new company, which means that this company is not profitable yet, okay? And if you look at revenues in 2021, they were about 22 million. Then they went up to 31 million in 2022. In 2023, they were about 46 million. And in 2024, they're going to be even higher. So the revenue growth is there, no question about it. And because, industries, restaurants are adopting this technology because it adds value to their operations. But as a business, if you look at the bottom line, each of those years, SoundHound lost $100 million. And yes, today they do have money in the bank, so their balance sheet is strong. But at the end of the day, the business itself has to sustain itself, right? At some point, any business eventually has to reach profitability. And here's what the CEO had to say about that.
You got to talk to our investment audience before we go. What does the path to profitability look like? Because right now you are not profitable.
So we are not, and we are constantly balancing between investments in growth and innovation and profitability. We are financially strong. The balance sheet has been a source of strength for us this year. And we increased our guidance yesterday. We both for this year and next year. So this year's revenue is going to be between 82 and 85 million. Next year is going to grow to 155 to 175 million. And we expect to reach adjusted EBITDA positive by the end of next year.
Okay, so projection 150 million of revenues next year and EBITDA positive. Now, today, the market cap is about 5 billion. So it's trading at 33 times projected 2025 revenues. Is it cheap? Well, at first look, if you ask traditional value investors, no. 33 times revenues, oh my goodness, it's overpriced. But the reality is that current investors are not looking at SoundHound, what it will do in terms of revenues this year or next year. They see it as a disruptive technology that's going to be adopted by many different industries. What is it going to do 5-10 years down the road? That's probably a better metric. And it's guessing, right? We have Juniper Research said that the broader market for voice AI transactions will exceed 160 billion by 2026. So if SoundHound is a leader in this technology, and if it continues to be a leader, and if it captures, a significant market share from this $160 billion, then you can make an argument that it's cheap. So I can see why people would be interested in it. $5 billion, if you can generate billions of dollars of revenues down the road, yeah, makes sense. But it's execution. If a competitor comes in that is better, if they don't execute, then it's not cheap, right? So every person has to make this decision individually, right? I can't sit here and be like, this is for sure what's going to happen. Right now, I don't actually own SoundHound's stock. I'm just looking at it and I'm researching it and sharing my thoughts. And I would actually be interested in your thoughts. What do you think about this video? What do you think about the valuation? What do you think the revenues are going to be down the road? I'm actually interested. But I want to share one company that I am invested in, if I may. May I? And it's kind of similar because you're looking at it an addressable market and what is the market cap. Because if I look at 160 billion overall, divided by the 5 billion market cap, I'm looking at market cap versus the addressable market 32 times, right? Now, I am invested in Aduro Clean Technologies, which has an addressable market that's much bigger than 160 billion. It's closer to 1 trillion, but their market cap is only, in the neighborhood of 100 million. So you can see that the upside, the market cap versus addressable market is huge, much bigger than here, right? And what Aduro does is they actually have the best technology in plastic recycling. You might not know that you cannot recycle plastic. Most of the plastic is not recyclable, but they have a technology that they can take plastic and turn it into ingredients that the plastic was made from. So anyway, I just wanted to tell you what I'm invested in, but this video is about SoundHound. And I can see why people are hot about it. I can see why it's the talk of the town. The technology is freaking amazing. It's getting adopted by restaurants in thousands. More industries are probably going to adopt it. The growth is freaking incredible. They're projecting to be profitable by 2025. The market cap is 5 billion. It's not crazy expensive if they can steal a lot of that market share from the 160 billion addressable market. Now it's your time to tell me, what do you think?